episode 2.
What's happening?
Caskey. And this is an exciting
one.
Yeah. This is an exciting one for me because I lived in Orlando for a long time. And like I said, 2006 is when I moved there. So, like, your come up was, after till, like, 2014. So, last few years I was there, I was tapped in heavy.
Dope.
Now, like, I have a question because, like, I don't know the difference between a mixtape and an album, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black Sheep 2, Black Sheep 3. Mixtapes or albums? What's the difference?
It kind of just depends on what your metric is. Like, neither of those projects was like pushed through a label really, or had this like big push behind it. So like back in the day, mixtapes was what you put out for free. Dat Piff and shit like that. You put out a tape for free to promote your album. But now with streaming, it's like kind of different. So I don't know. I treat all my projects like an album. Like
an album.
Yeah, like some I might just throw together a little quicker, like viral or something like that. But 90% of my projects I treat them.
The reason I never know the difference is like, let's say like Luca Brasi 3, Kevin Gates, like that's a mixtape, but it's like an album. Like I don't understand that.
Do you care? Do you care?
No, I listen to the music.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just something I was always curious about. Like, what's the difference?
Back in the day, the mixtape you couldn't monetize off of it.
Oh, okay.
It was for free and it was for promo, and sometimes you'd use other people's beats.
They're like throwaways that like.
But then people started doing it to where like they would make I would make a mixtape that was all original beats. Like I would do that. So and then once you start putting that out, and it's your own album.
Right. Now you live here in LA now.
Yep.
You moved from Orlando straight to LA.
Yep.
And how long you been here for?
I've been here about three years now.
You love it?
I do like it. I like it. It's, LA's got like its good and bad things. I'm from Florida, so it's a totally different place, like just different community, different level of respect with people. But LA is amazing, bro. I've never met so many like creative people, and it's got a lot of gems. Like I don't know. It ain't the place I want to settle down, but I also can't picture myself living anywhere else at this point in my career.
It's probably a good place for your career right now.
Yeah.
I would say, because like you said, creative people, a lot of people you could work with.
Yep.
A lot of people you can connect with, but you still hold it down for O-Town. You still you go back home. I'm sure your brother's there. Your family's there. You do shows there.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome that you haven't forgotten where you came from.
Yeah.
And I love Orlando, man. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
cities.
I miss the people. Yeah, I miss the people in Florida a lot. Like LA is a little bit of
different.
It's cloudy and it's like everybody wants to know what you do. Like that kind of shit. But in Florida, I love people from Florida.
So, Now, you signed to Cash Money. One thing I want to know, because a lot of people go independent, a lot of people go with a label. One thing that, because like I did a thing with my followers, like what would you like me to ask? You know what I mean? And a bunch of them are like, hey, because everyone thinks they're a rapper now, right?
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a moment, but independent, signing with a label, like what's the thought process there? Obviously, you signed with Cash Money.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah, so like a couple things I'll say on that. Like one, when I signed to Cash Money, like I wasn't looking for a label deal. Like I got a dope opportunity. Like I got a call from Birdman. He was like, I saw your shit. I want to fuck with you. So at that point, I feel like you'd be an idiot not to sign with a label. You got something like that.
Yeah.
But I think that most artists like bring up signing with a label because that's kind of like they think that's the missing piece to like if they're gonna pop or not,
Right.
So like everybody's like, well, man, if I just had a label deal or shit like this, but as somebody that's been on the label and did it independently, like I don't know, there's definitely like some benefits to being a major label artist when you're at this high level, but like when you're not at that level, you need to just build it all yourself because the shit the label can do for you isn't really the shit that like matters in your longevity as being an artist.
Does it hinder your creativity at all being with a label, or do you have like complete freedom?
I think that depends on people's situation. Like mine, no,
yours
like
no, but
Bird.
There is times where people like
like and Cash Money is a different kind of label. Like it's not like Universal. It's not like Cash Money's like a piece, and then Universal is like the big umbrella. So like with my situation with Cash Money, like Bird never cared to like dictate what I did, and like now I don't have that issue. So but I know artists do have that issue and shit, and when they get put in that machine. So I don't know, it's 2021 though, and like you could do everything that labels can do as an independent artist. So I would encourage every artist to just go get it out the mud till they have a situation that makes a lot of sense. Like the label's just a bank,
That's true. And like another thing is like with all like this craziness that happened with me in these lives, like one thing I keep seeing, like you know, with these other rappers, talking to rappers like the Fly Soldiers, talking to these other guys. You know, the biggest brag is like, oh, you ain't even signed, like you don't, you know.
That's so lame.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
but like,
so lame.
You know,
Kids
guys,
like that got small
but
dicks.
then you guys got yeah, facts. But then you got guys like Ugly God, like in the studio.
First of all, that's lame because like, okay, one, you know, labels just are looking to capitalize off an artist, you know, so. It depends what you value. I don't value being signed to a label. I don't value clout and things like that. Those kids like validate themselves with that, so they're whack. But like, you know, for me, what I validate myself with is like artistry and music and like working at my passions and myself. So like, you know, all those things are just like outside fact. Like, I don't know, they don't really matter as far as like the man you are, the person you are. So
I love
those kids are fucking lame.
I love that. You know,
and I know independent artists that got a way bigger bag than label artists. You know, I done made more than tons of artists that are signed to labels. You know, like so.
I mean, a label is good for you know, if it's a good label, right? For promoting you and getting you out there. It's in cases, but like there's no guarantee. They give you a bag up front.
Yeah, like
they own you.
Really, what it is with labels is like all of these like organizations like Spotify, Apple, and shit. They're more tied with labels. So like, you know, if you're a label submitting a record for a playlist, you maybe have a better chance of getting heard. Those are really the only things. As far as distributing the music, anybody could do that now through TuneCore, Distro, and that's the shit labels used to take 20% to do, and now it's a click of a button. So it's like, I don't know. Sometimes you get put into a cool machine with labels. Like there are labels that want to go hard for an artist and put a big bag behind it, but mostly labels are just a bank, you know.
Well, one worry I have, and like you know, because like a large, like my core audience is like 18 to 25, like the youth.
Yeah,
I'm 35, so. Yeah. You know, one thing is like now, just if you have an iPhone, everybody's a rapper.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Right.
Yeah.
So and you know, my worry is, and I've seen it in cases where you know they've just been putting out music that gets 30 views and they're 26 and they haven't like
and they
gotten
think
to
they're
a point
a rapper.
Where, they're you know they're putting stuff on their their face, but they haven't made it yet. Like, what is your advice as far as like you know?
Well, no, I just want to break down why that is. Like,
yeah.
What it is that, like, our society, it's not just rappers. Like, we see it with rappers, but, like, kids, youth in, like, our society, we got this, like, infatuation with, like, they want the result, not the work, you know? So, like, rappers put face tats on their face and do all this shit because they want to look like somebody that's a star or, like, in their eyes, that makes them look like a rapper or something, right? So, like, what it is that everybody, like, wants the result. They want the look. They want the recognition, and they don't care about the process, you know? So, like, those people are never going to make it. You could, even if you did go viral for tattooing stupid shit on your face and shit, like your longevity of that hype goes away so quick, bro. If you think about all the artists in the last 5-10 years that came up overnight, you were real excited about them and then they're gone. It's like, it's a huge list. Yeah, it's a huge list. So like those kids are looking for like the quick jump. You know, because I don't have anything against face tattoos. I fucking blasted my shit. You know, I'm a bad poster child for like criticizing that. But I see it. You know, like kids they just want to look the part and shit. And it's like that's not really what I look like this because I've always wanted to look like this whether I was rapping or not. So it's like it's different for me. You know, and I also like. I don't know. I didn't take like little shortcuts like that. Like I don't know. People they think that's gonna be.
You're like not the type that's out there doing like wild shit, wild stunts.
Yeah.
Like just the fact that you're willing to sit down with me for an interview because you don't do them a lot, just goes to show that like, when we spoke, like let's make it more about the music.
This is genuine. Yeah. I wanted to do something with you.
Image.
Yeah, and I wanted to do something with you just because I could tell through that interaction with that kid that you were just like a genuine dude and like that. I don't know. That was interesting to me. Like. Because the way you were talking to that rapper kid was like, this is how I feel looking at every one of them, you know? Like, I don't know. I was just cracking up because I'm like, bro, this is a normal adult that is talking to these SoundCloud kids. And, like, I don't know. I thought this would have a little bit more substance. So I was excited about doing this shit.
Yeah, man. And I appreciate that. And what a big problem is that I see is, like, it's like, the priorities are out of order. It's like you don't get the look and then say, okay, now I'm gonna work on my rap. Like
that's totally backwards.
Do that. But like there's so many like Drake. I mean,
kids are so worried about the image because they see artists that have a crazy image and they think that works for them. But it's like it's always more elements than that went into it. Like even somebody like 6ix9ine or something, there's like a way bigger piece to his story than just having that tattoo. You know,
exactly.
Like these are kids relentless at pursuing success.
He was, and funny to see, I just seen a documentary on him.
It was really eye opening. I thought it was dope.
So you saw it?
Yeah, I thought it was dope to just see more like.
I had no idea.
Yeah, because a lot of times,
what a
you know,
hustler he was.
yeah, and we look at the internet. A lot of times, things seem like they pop overnight. And that's what everybody wants. Like, dude, that's another thing that our generation's guys, like, kids just want to be famous so bad. Wow. And it ain't even about what they're famous for. That part is really weird to me. Like, I don't want to be famous for being on a reality show. I don't want to be famous for playing basketball. I don't want to be famous for being funny. Like, if I'm going to be famous, I want to be famous for my music. That's the only thing I care about.
You just want to make good music. And if
yeah.
it ain't
and if it happens,
oh,
it's cool.
exactly.
But I'm not, like, so thirsty for fame that I'll just do anything.
No.
You know, that's like that's kind of like
you just have like a nice private life. You work and you make art too.
Yeah.
And
I'm like older too. Like I'm 28 now. Like I'm gonna be real. When I was 22, the fame was a lot more enticing to me. I think like over the last like 3 years specifically, I've just like come to value real life stuff, family and you know, team and loyalty and like making myself proud as a man. I value those things like so much more than I value like attention or money. I thought attention and money would like solve my problems when I was younger.
It doesn't.
Yeah. So
it doesn't.
I think I'm just like at a different point in myself, and I'm glad that like my career has taken this route that it has. Like it's taken me longer to find my way than some artists, and I'm like really thankful of that because I feel really grounded as an artist.
That's awesome, and it's been fun. It's been fun for me to watch and like kind of follow and just to see where you are now, all the way to like sitting here like, and it's just you have a family, you have a beautiful dog, and it's just like that's what's really important.
Yeah.
And then obviously
when the art too, like music is so important to me. My fans, people that connected with me through my music, like all that's really important. But it's important to me because it's been really genuine. It's authentic. Yeah, exactly.
The clout is not here.
Yeah.
The clout is like if it comes, like that's whatever.
Yeah, it's more like, like I'm like relentless in my pursuit towards success. So like I know that stuff's gonna come. I'm not like one of these like if it comes, it comes. Yeah. Like I know it's gonna come because I've worked towards it, but I just also know that I don't like value that. This dude Wes Watson, he always says that people will seek from you what you validate yourself with. So if you validate yourself with money and jewelry and cars and these things, that's you notice that you got gold diggers around you. You got people that just want money around you. Whereas like if you validate yourself with like the principles it took and the hard work that it took to get to a place, you'll have people in your circle and around you that like have similar values.
I think as far as rappers, period. I mean, obviously I haven't spoke to a ton, but you are very grounded. Yeah, I mean, I can just tell by looking at you. And I'm 35. I'm 7 years older than you, but like, you're very. I mean, these days a lot of 28-year-olds are still at their parents. You hustle, man. You put your work in, and like just like you said with the 6ix9ine, like that guy was making clothes and doing all this crazy shit.
Yeah, it's like
and
there's a lot into it.
He kept going and finally he caught his break. It's not just go on the internet. Talk shit. You don't want to be known for getting bombed on by a 35-year-old bald man. You want to be known for your music, right? And that's cheap because, like, you know what I'm saying?
That video is one of the funniest fucking things
Dude,
I've
when
ever
I
seen.
seen it on your story, I said, man,
I was like, who is this guy? This guy's awesome. This is exactly what I would have said. Like, and no knock to that kid. Like, he's cool.
No, Fly. Like,
I actually fuck with bro.
Fly,
like, he's. I like it was just humorous to hear a normal person be like, bro, where's my money? I live in a house. I have a car. I have a TV. I don't know. I don't
have a dollar in my wallet right now. I have cards.
Yeah,
I don't carry cash. I
funny.
I put it in the bank.
Rap culture's like put us in this like alternate reality where people are just doing a lot of weird shit.
The social media aspect of it.
Yeah.
Where they don't show, like I posted this picture where it basically described like they show you only what they want you to see.
Well, it's just like all of us, like even people that just have Facebook. Like we just post something dope that we were thinking about. So, but when you only see that as somebody, you get this skewed view. But I think it was also like artists, like it was like people like Boom Gang and different people that were awesome and great, like great characters. and shit for social media, but they just also changed like what kids like, because then kids were like, oh, I could get famous for just yelling in a Dunkin' Donuts. Like, this is awesome. Exactly. You know, like that's significantly less work than putting out albums for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't know. I just think kids want the easy way.
I agree. And like, you'll get fame off something else, completely else, and then just be like, okay, I'm gonna use that clout to become a rap. But like, it doesn't work. Now,
they're both part of that laziness factor. Like, okay, people just want what is easy, and then I'm gonna be real. Like, from the outside looking in, being a rapper seems like the easiest and funnest job.
Yeah.
Like ever. You're like, oh, okay, I can get high with my boys, go rap, stand in front of exotic cars, touch strippers, I'm famous. You know, like it don't seem like it's an incredible amount of work. So I think people just like try to pivot fame into rapping. Is that's weird.
And I'm sure you can't like quantify like the amount of time, effort, like creativity, brainstorming that you put in your music, you know, since you started. And
bro, 12 years of it.
Exactly, but like and following you, I mean your early stuff was all, I mean, like I said, but like you keep progressing. I think you keep getting better, and you keep getting more creative with it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just to kind of segue into like this new collab that you just dropped, I want to know first and foremost like how like Yellow Wolf and you. I think you guys just are like just a good pair. Just looking at you, like you guys just vibe. You know what I mean? How did you guys meet? Like, how did that come?
You want to know the real story of how we
absolutely.
meet? This is funny. I actually told him this. Like, we met a couple times in these later years, but I told him this story when we were working on the album. Like, this is all like manifestation from me. I first met Wolf like 8 or 9 years ago at a Yellow Wolf concert. I was passing CDs outside of a Yellow Wolf concert. This is like how I first came up. Like when I was first like buzzing on Orlando. This is what I mean, like, bro, people are so lazy. Like, what I used to do was I used to take all my money and press up as many hard copies of CDs as I could, like little cheap insert ones, and they looked really good. They didn't look like a random tape somebody was passing out. It looked like a good CD. And I would go outside of concerts of, like, artists that I felt like were kind of similar to me, and then I would, like, pass out CDs to every person that left out of the show. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, boom, 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 boom. And I would follow their tour. Because, like, when an artist would hit Florida, they would do, like, 7 Florida markets or 4 Florida markets. So I would follow them. I would pass CDs out. Yellow Wolf was an artist. I was doing this at the time. And I had, like, these, like, managers at the time. These, like, this dude that was in the promo. He was the one that came up with the CD idea. And this other dude that had a studio. And, like, at the time, my manager, he, like, did this thing where, like, he would get autographs from celebrities and go like resell them on eBay. It was like his hustle at the time. And but he like came up to Wolf with me and was like trying to get an autograph on this microphone or some shit. And Wolf was like, no, and like hopped on the bus, right? Totally awkward, uncomfortable interaction. And this is an artist, like I actually really liked Wolf as an artist at the time. And my manager was just trying to get an autograph. But it was kind of like this like bittersweet interaction. Like I didn't even say nothing to him. I was just like, all right, fuck. And it's just funny because, like, I left that incident and I could have been, like, butthurt about it. I'm sure kids today would have been like, fuck this person. Yeah, just, like, egos. But I understood, like, that situation was lame as hell and he don't know me and I've dealt with this a million times now. So, but I left that situation and I was like, man, I'm going to I just used it and I was like, I'm going to keep working until I can meet this person in a real environment where, like, I'm meeting him as an artist, you know, because out there I was just like some guy that my manager was with, you know. So, like, dude, that was like 8 years ago. So this is like just me working my ass off, and I always had this idea to do a tape with Wolf called Harley Boys. Like I ride Harleys, he ride Harleys. I was just like,
it's like before Pop Strong. That's before all that.
Nah, it was like maybe that's two. Maybe it was like 6 or 7 years ago.
So this was
like 2012. Well, it was like 2012. That's when I got signed. I was passing out CDs.
Well, you were okay.
Yeah, so this is, I'm
right
Pop the Trunk was
Black
out.
Sheep.
All that shit.
Right
Yeah, this was before Black Sheep 1.
Okay.
So, you know, I just used that situation, and then I was like, man, I'm just gonna keep working. Like I never felt any ill way toward him. You know, I was just understood the moment, and then I just used it and was like, I'm gonna work my ass off till I can meet this person. And it's just crazy because, like, you know, I met him a couple years ago in LA, linking with an artist that I knew, and he was opening for Wolf at a show, and then Wolf saw me and Doobie and was like, yo, I fuck with y'all, come backstage. And we ended up working on music for his album, and then he did a feature for me, did a feature for Doobie for our albums. And then it was just kind of like I didn't ask for no more after those records. Like we just did them, and like I went and opened up for him on a tour where we Devil's Pass tour. We like rode bikes to all the shows,
right?
And just like never overstepped what I was asking for. Like I was just like if he said he was down to do a record, I'd do a record, and like I think if you just don't expect shit from anybody and then you just work, like eventually shit will work out the right way. So then it came to a point where I dropped McQueen Fiend, and then he was like, yo, I'm gonna get on this remix.
Yeah, the remix is sick.
And then he sent me a crazy ass verse, 2-minute long verse. I was like, dude, amazing. It was one of the dopest verses I heard in forever. And then, yeah, just like I was like, let's shoot a video, and he was like, nah, let's do an EP. And I was like, say no more. Flew there the next week, and we just locked in for a week and a half. And it's like,
so, and did you guys like have like a certain vibe? I mean, the thing that I feel about you, and I don't know, you just and the thing is and that's what like with this whole thing with me is like, in order for me, because I was a bad drug addict for a long time.
Oh yeah.
In order, yeah, like I'd be, like 10 plus years.
Okay. Oh, okay, damn.
And in order for me to like stop that, I had to like crush my ego.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what allows me to like let these kids, talk.
Well, yeah,
about
you gotta kind of
girl.
just realize you're not really shit, and
I don't know you,
and you don't deserve nothing, and that also nothing is gonna happen for you unless you make it happen. Like, just you're not gonna get any alley oops. Like even this whole collab project. Like, I feel like I deserve this shit because like I worked my ass off. I worked my ass off for it. I worked my ass off on it. Like I did as much as I possibly could for the tape. So it's like, I don't know.
You have a pay it forward attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have a million better things to do here than sitting here talking to me. But
no,
it's just the fact that like, you're just a very humble dude, and I think that can get you a long way.
Yeah. And I like doing things that like actually resonate with me. That's been like a big part of my career. I think why my career has taken this like path that it has taken is like I've never really like done things that were gonna be shortcuts to success. I don't know. That's what a lot of kids do now, right? Face tat, things like this. Exactly. They're trying to go viral. They're trying to do these things. I never really did anything trying to go viral. I never like overstood like when I would link with an artist or something. I wouldn't like whore it out and take pictures and do all this shit. So I just done mad shit slowly behind the scenes. So that's just like part of what makes me happy being an artist.
The one thing I have not seen is, and it kind of like just to touch on what you said, is like all of the viral videos, right? And all these Instagram comedians or whatever. Not one of them that I can think of has really made an impact in hip hop, because you have to slowly grow a fan base. Like you got Orlando, right? And then you have to like grow a fan base over a period of time with a catalog of work.
When like hip hop's like it's different from other music genres in that like we listen to bands and stuff, but we don't necessarily connect super personally with like the lead singer's story or the bassist's story. Hip hop is super personal, so it's
solo act.
You could have a hit record or you could spit a crazy verse that goes viral or something, but whether people connect with you like over a period of time as an artist is like that's hard to make happen.
Yeah, I think it's something that's very organic.
You can't really go viral and just be a Kendrick Lamar or something, or a Drake. It doesn't work like that. Even if you have a moment, you got to follow that up with
because like I said, you put so much work in, you can't just go viral and then say I'm going to become a rapper, because then you got to keep that up, and like you didn't put in all the work to get to where
Dude, people have no idea what they're signing up for when they are trying to pivot their career into being rappers.
So many people and I'm not a rap listener just like anybody else. I'm not like, I don't know the lyrics every Migos song and all this stuff, but they send me music like I have thousands of DMs, like say, and I'll do as best I can to listen to them and give them like just my opinion, but like, and I always ask like, what do you record on? What do you do? It's so many people say that just their iPhone, and it's just like this technology and the social media in people's hands. Not only is it producing some wild music, but I think it's less kids are graduating high school every year, and like I think this is an important thing for the youth to realize is like how hard it is to make it in the game and how much work you had to put in just to get to where you are today. It's just like,
I don't know. It's weird because I was just thinking about giving like a piece of advice to like young artists, but then I was thinking about I was thinking about myself when I was like 17 or 18, And it's like, I don't know, it's hard to say because when I was 17 or 18, that's all I did. I just dropped out and started pursuing music.
Well, you
like,
could say it in
I graduated high school, but it's like it's so hypocritical to be like, looking back, y'all shouldn't do that because that shit worked for me.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say don't drop out of school and pursue. Like, I think with anything, if you know for sure what you want to do, I think the problem is a lot of people don't really know. They think they want to be rapper or something like that.
Well, I think they see a lot of people like you do that.
Yeah, and they're like, that would be cool.
And like they're like, okay, well.
But you gotta ask yourself, like, do you have the passion to pursue something for 10 years and not see results from it? I don't know what I would have answered that. Like when I was 18, I probably would have been like, no, because I thought I was gonna blow up every year. Like I thought every single song I released was gonna be the one that blew me up for 10 years. So it's, I don't know. You got to have that blind belief in yourself. But I think if people have that belief in themselves with anything, they should pursue it, 100%. But just know it's going to be hard. So,
and then it's not a 40-hour work week. It's a lifestyle. It's something that's constant.
And the times in my career where I did treat it like a 40-hour work week or I didn't go super hard, I like super declined. Like
exactly.
I regressed. Like I got a lot of up and downs in my journey just because I was like a kid, so it's like it just took a lot.
And there's a lot of traveling in vans and sleeping. Like there's a lot of like especially when you're coming up.
All the fun shit don't come till the fun shit, and it don't even come to a point where like you don't even care at this point. Like I'm getting a lot of traction right now, and I feel like this year is gonna have a lot of progress for me. But it's weird because
I really think you're gonna blow this year.
I feel that way too, but like it's weird because I'm still at a point where I'm like I'm at this point now where I'm like I don't really care about those things. Like all the things that I could like indulge in and splurge in. I was just thinking about this today when I was on the way to this interview because I was just feeling really like grateful about yesterday and like this release and shit. And I was just thinking about how when I was a kid and I wanted to blow up so bad that like I would have just spent all my money on hookers and strippers and partying and drugs and driving cars and like all this shit. Like that was really enticing to me at that time.
Yeah, but
everybody. But like I was really enticed by it, and I was just thinking today. I was like, wow, like if God would just give me this momentum that I have going, and like He would continue it over this year, like I won't indulge in anything that's like a vice of mine or like a thing that I care. Like I actually know I'm at that point right now where like I don't care about any of that. I really just want to see my work go further, and I want to be able to take care of my people and show my people the right things to put their value into, and like that's where I'm at right now, which is like I don't know, I just feel like by the time you get the success you don't even care about it anymore. I'm just the process is really dope to me, and I just like want to see it move.
I just want to say because it's been a problem, right? I mean it's at like a crazy. I mean it's popping off. I mean you're trending on YouTube like crazy. So I want to do a quick it's just I'm gonna turn that volume up.
Get us that ad dollars.
It's just going. Yeah, it's money.
Get some ad dollars.
That's bread. Yeah, for real.
I never had a video trending on
YouTube. And like what I said earlier, it's crazy. Like, the amount of views and how quick it's going is insane. And the song and the makeup of the song is I like how you didn't like just do verse, hook, verse. Yeah. The segue was almost like it was one person. Like and. Not only, because Yellow Wolf's a legend.
Legend.
Yeah, he is. Like Yellow Wolf's a straight legend.
Yeah. And
not only did you hold your own, in my opinion, this is, I thought you fucking slayed it, dude.
Hell yeah, thank you.
And I thought the video was funny. I mean, it just
came together really
It just was great, and that the fact that there's 10 more with y'all, I think.
And they're all awesome.
And they're all sick.
I don't even know which record is my favorite right now. Like it's 11 records that are all like we're both blown away by.
Now, do you think you're gonna make video? How many videos do you make? I mean,
we shot 4 in 1 week,
already.
And then I got really solid ideas to about 2 or 3 others. So maybe more, maybe those 3. But
are you gonna film any in Nashville?
Only for sure, like 5. Like we got the 4, and then there's 1 more that is for sure. But we both have like he's got multiple projects to drop this year, and so do I. So like it might not be more than that, but
yeah. So 5 videos is a decent amount for
4 of them are done. 4 of them are done, and they're awesome. Like
you're gonna I'm sure you're gonna release them at the right time.
Yeah, every Friday for the next 5 weeks.
He works with DJ Paul. He had been forever.
our video comes out in a week is with DJ Paul.
DJ Paul?
Me, Wolf, and DJ Paul.
Oh, man.
And 3-6 Mafia is the first rap music that I ever heard.
You
so.
know what my favorite is? Well, I mean, obviously DJ Paul, Project Pat, Never Rat, even though I'm loving she. You know
my favorite is
Crook by the Book.
Weak Ass Bitch.
Oh, dude. Chicken Head, obviously hilarious.
Yeah.
When you got no gas. DJ Paul does great work, and like, you know, he's still more than relevant.
Absolute legend.
Yeah, he really is.
Both Wolf and Paul, absolute legends, and we all got matching tattoos. Like,
did you?
Like a week ago.
But just the fact that you went from passing out CDs at his concert, trying to get your manager to get an autograph, to 11-song collab, the space between.
It's weird. It makes me feel like you could manifest anything in the world that you actually want, but you got to let go of the time frame that you want, you know? Because like when I had all those ideas and I was trying to manifest it, it was like I wanted it to happen in 3 months or 2 months, and it actually took mad years. Like it took 6 years or 7 or 8 years.
Well, you have a cult following, you know.
Oh yeah. Actually, you get little wins. You get wins along the way, but it's a lot of L's.
At like what point in your career did you were you well, you seem pretty confident. Like I feel like there was no point in your
That's funny. That's actually funny because anybody that knows me, knows my circle, like they feel I had these moments of confidence, and definitely now I'm more confident than I've ever been because of the things I've been doing with my life. Right. But everybody close to me and in my circle knows that I'm like the most insecure one. Really? Yeah, it's so funny. Like that, I don't know. That was like always a big part of my career. Is like you would get all this outside recognition and people praising you, but like internally, I was like super insecure, emotionally a fucking mess, childhood trauma, bearing like mess. You know, like that. I don't know. That's the truth of it. So
yeah. So let me ask you then. Was there any point in your career where you were like, you know, like a specific point where you're like I don't know if this is gonna work out.
Every year.
Every year you doubted
every
yourself.
single year.
But you kept.
Every single year, constantly. Besides the hours that I was making a song, listening to a song I just made, or like working on a video or doing a show, every hour outside of that for the majority of the last 10 years has been me like. You know, like having moments of like, oh, this is dope. I'm the dopest artist ever. And then going back to like, fuck, I ain't shit. Like, this shit ain't gonna work. Fuck. Everybody's dope. My shit sucks. Hear another dope song. Oh, man, my shit ain't even close to as dope as that. You know, like, it's pretty much been that, like, bipolar back and forth for like 10 years.
Well, the good thing about, especially about this release is, I mean, like, I don't know how, I mean, obviously I can't tell your internal feelings. But, you know, from an outsider's perspective, like, you just, like I said, you didn't just keep up with Yellow Wolf. You killed it. You guys both destroyed it. It's insane.
I'm gonna be real, like...
And that's got to give you some confidence.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, that's got to make you feel like, you know, this is fucking taking off.
Yeah, like, the process of, like, working on the album with him instilled, like, more confidence, I feel like, in me. Because I've always, like, felt like, over the last couple years, like, a top tier artist, or like, you know, I feel like that when I, you know, I'm making music. But like I said, it's a bipolar back and forth. But being in the studio with Wolf was like, I just knew I could hang the whole time, you know, like he's super inspiring, and there are definitely some verses that I'm like, yeah, he killed me on that, you know. But I didn't feel like insecure about any record. Yeah, and I didn't feel like insecure. Yeah, Wolf.
That's like Eminem.
Wolf Wolf like, gets me on the record. Like I'll take it. But I just know that he was impressed with me working on the tape, and like I was impressed with me. So you know, those things like remind you to like.
And the fact that someone like him wants to work with you like that. And do such a large project's it speaks volumes to
like,
how people think of people think of you.
Well, it's reassuring. Like I had two moments that were really reassuring in 2020. One was the moment with Wolf like wanting to do something with me. I was like, boom, that's an artist that I respect to the highest caliber.
Right.
And then the other moment was like I had my biggest song last year, you know. Right. So like I've had music out for 8 years, but like I made my new biggest song last year, which has been real hard over the last year.
And so those two things, and 2020 was such a bad year.
Dude, me, DJ Paul, and Wolf all got 2020 tatted on us. Because we were all talking about how
20... Because it's a good year for you.
And we were talking about how 2020, we felt like brought out the hustle in you. Like, it brought out the hustle. Like all three of us felt like we thrived in that year. I don't know. That's
well, do you think as an artist in 2020, without the tour,
I killed it.
I killed you know, it. The people that like were in the studio grinding, and the people that just like kind of took off.
It's just people that.
I think I'll give you an edge.
Yeah, I think, and people that are just like hungry at an insatiable level, you know, that's me. So like, and I'm really into different things creatively. So like the second touring wasn't happening, I just found other things to like sink my teeth in more.
Well, let me ask you this: like, if like you're, I mean, obviously you've worked with Yellow Wolf. I mean, who is your dream collab? You could have
I already got it. Well, I gotta rap. No, I gotta rap. No, not Yellow. Well, Wolf, obviously one of my favorite rappers. I mean, that's incredible.
Insane.
And I got another rap collab that's a dream of mine. But like, I just made 3 records with my favorite artist ever. It's this singer Anthony Green. He's the lead singer of Circus Survive.
Yeah, Circus Survive.
Yeah, he's my dude. I have his lyrics tattooed on my stomach. My personal favorite artist ever, and I just made 3 songs.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Yeah.
I was at a Circus Survive concert in Orlando. I think it was called Firestone.
Yeah.
And
I love
they had
that
the
venue.
balloons going up.
Yeah.
And like I just jumped up and smacked it, you know, because everyone was.
Yeah.
It hit the mic, which hit Anthony Green dead in the face. I swear to God, and Anthony Green.
Yeah,
I follow him. You know, he's got a beautiful family, beautiful kids.
Dude, he's awesome.
Beautiful
I love
wife.
Him. I'm so inspired by him.
He, you know, the thing that pissed me off is like my like longtime girlfriend Orlando. That was like her biggest crush. When he was with Samson Circus, like and like they had like
that's why you
he's
swatted
so cool.
him.
Like he took photo
that's why I hit him with the balloon.
No, I didn't mean to.
He's like,
but
my
like
girl
mid song, and like I was just like, oh, how cheap. But like he didn't say, you know, I ducked down.
Dude, I've been singing Circus Survive songs since I was in 6th grade, and or like 7th grade, 7th, 8th grade. And I got their lyrics tatted on me. Like, Anthony Green's one of my favorite. He's just an artist that resonates with me. His voice, his lyrics.
His voice is amazing.
And I got 3 songs with him now.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna drop that probably after the Wolf tape. Is just let one of them go, just so that I have an amazing. Like I don't know. There's artists that I want to collab with. Like I would do anything to collab with Sade one day, and to have a song with Nas and Kendrick on it. You know, if I could get those 2 things to happen, my life would be over.
Well,
but honestly, I feel like if none of those happen, I'm still lit because the Anthony thing is awesome.
I mean, just from my perspective, I think a lot of big things are gonna come. You know.
Thank you, brother.
I'm excited to hear the rest. So, I mean, you've only dropped the one, so I'm sure the other ones are all
next
just as
week
good. So, like,
DJ Paul.
You know, this all pops off. Like, I mean, the sky's the limit, right?
Yeah.
So any of that can happen. It's really cool to know that like rappers like, cause I grew up on Newfound Glory and Circus Survive.
Yeah, Newfound Glory.
Like all types of emo.
Census Fail.
Census Fail. We knew Census. Me and my brother knew Census Fail. We knew.
That's dope.
You know. We were lived in Jersey.
Cheetos.
Yeah, we lived in Jersey.
Cheetos
we
every time I
buddy, right? From
yeah.
Fail. And my brother taps on his back and does the Steven goodbye. Is what he says. Instead of saying like peace, he was like goodbye. And the guy, it was just fun. We were all drunk.
Yeah.
And you know, that's just funny that you listen to that. I didn't know.
I wanted to be in a metal band before I did rap.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to be a writer and a singer. Like I wasn't. I liked music, but I wasn't super like inclined musically, you know.
Yeah, but
I just like words and sounds.
Yeah,
and, you know,
or I mean, you like to be creative.
Yeah.
And that's worked out for you, and you know, you kind of basically took the last question I mean, as far as like what you want for the future. You know, I know you don't drink no more, right? Like,
I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Like, what was that decision about? Just kind of getting healthy?
Yeah, like
right?
I'm gonna be real. My girl like just really pushed me to just become a better man.
That's awesome.
Period. You know, like I don't know. I just realized what like a kid I was.
Keep her around.
Yeah, no, for real. And she just like I don't know, made it clear to me like what a dope man is, you know, and that a lot of things I was just like, I need to stop this. Like, I don't know, drinking and drugs is like, I'm not like a prude and shit. We have fun here and there, and I'll do, you know, something here and there if I want to like celebrate. Like, I didn't get sober to be like, oh, I'm sober, you know. It ain't like that. It's more
it's
like
not because your life was unmanageable.
Yeah, and I just got more priorities now.
Yeah,
like, even weed, I'm gonna put this down. And you're
working out, staying healthy. I mean, that's just awesome, and that's like something that like I've been trying to push because I smoke, and like, you know, with these lives I smoke, so I got like all these vape shops sending me vapes and like Nicorette patches and all, and like I got asthma too, so like I you know, it kind of inspires me.
You know what it is that you just got like an addictive personality, and all you gotta do is just I've realized that all you gotta do is take that and apply it to something that's actually beneficial for you, and obsess over it the way you obsess over the wrong things. Yeah. And if you could figure that like way to flip that, you'll be lit, because it's like a superpower.
This is 2020, dude. I had my best year, 140 plus.
Dope.
In a pandemic year.
Dope.
You know, people work from home. I decided to come in.
Let's go, dog. 140 like plus. That's great.
And yeah, that's why, like, if none of this works out, like, I'm okay. That's why, like, you know, so I have a beautiful life. You know, dogs, same, you know, girl, these 2 little French bulldogs. Your dog is insanely cute. It's like a mix of.
Shout out Mini Monster Bully Camp.
Yeah, that thing is a little loaf.
She's a fucking meatball.
You would love it. Yeah, she's a cutie. But, you know, I just want to say I want to wish you the best of luck kind of moving forward, man. I mean, I'm going to keep paying attention and tuning in.
Thank you, man.
You know, I just, you know, Dean and 50, I'm going to, you know.
I'll link you with my brother, bro.
I want you to link, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 2-hour drive. I'm going there on the 17th of February anyway.
Yeah, I'll link you up.
Yeah.
Get
I used to live off Alfeda.
Get something crazy from him, like a back piece or something.
Yeah, well, I want to get a chest piece.
Oh yeah, do something big.
Yeah, a chest piece, but then I gotta work out because like my chest is cheap.
Just got it. I got the program to put you on.
I built like a.
I got you the program to put you on.
I
have you shredded in 100 days.
100 days if you get me shredded.
It ain't my program. It's Wes Watson program, but it works.
If I stick to it, it's a guarantee.
Dude, if it don't work, I'll pay for the whole thing.
Well, I got it.
But you gotta actually do it.
I gotta apply it and work it.
Yeah, you gotta do it. It's really the eating. If you work out once a day, even if it's kind of half-assed, but you progressively are getting better, and you eat the right way, your whole shit will change.
Yeah, like, and another thing you said is like, you know, with like an addictive personality, which I have, with everything, you know.
Bro, just simplify.
So like, I applied that to work this year because I'll have like a year sober off like everything's like weed, like this week.
Oh,
I got into detox like a year ago.
Oh hell yeah! Congrats,
dude. Yeah, and you know, God, it's so bad. Even like a 3-day run now is just like, it's terrible. But like, if I apply that, you know, to what we're talking about here, and bring that energy, and that becomes more important to me than smoking, that could be another thing. So like,
that's kind of like where I'm at. I just like my priorities are so switched up that like I don't know. It's just. It's working out.
Well, like my folks never thought I'd be self-sufficient. Never.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know, and even for the last 5 years, even using, I'm a very functional addict.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be in the bathroom, you know, but like I'm still coming to work and making money.
Yeah.
But I'm still inside.
Dude, if it's like the exponential growth. If you just apply all of that toward the right things and to growing, like
this last year, just because this is the first year. This is since I was 18. That I haven't used, you know, heroin, crack, none of that.
Yeah, that's dope.
And I've slowly, you know, and this whole last few months has just been crazy, and you know,
it's how the universe lines shit up.
The
you start doing the right
fear of reaching out to you, and the fear of like sitting down with you is real, and
that like nervousness, or you try to psych yourself out, like maybe this ain't gonna be smart.
But like just the fact that like when I
literally everything you do that's makes you uncomfortable, like once you do it, you grow as a person.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just want to thank you because when I met you, just made me feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
And that, like, I was nervous.
No, it's love. I just see what you're.
Because I've seen Matt for like a minute since he's been here, but like you, like, and especially because like, you know, I'm like a real fan. I mean, I'm not trying to weird, but like I am.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, dude, I was scared to death, but like you made me feel comfortable. So I just want to say thank you, man. I want to wish you
the best of luck
moving forward, bro.
Yeah, you already know.
And man,
I wish you the best of luck too, bro. I hope you fucking put the foot on the gas with this shit.
I am. Oh, hell yeah, I am.
Really, really do it because I think you got a good take on shit, and we could.
This is my Yellow Wolf collab.
We could use some other voices. Oh yeah.
This is my Yellow Wolf collab. You don't understand. That's how I'm feeling.
I hope it trends on YouTube.
Yeah, right? Dude, and it's gonna be awesome, dude. And again, if you know, he's got. Do you have a name for the album?
Yeah, it's just Yellow Wolf Black Sheep.
Yellow Wolf X Black Sheep, right?
Yellow Wolf Black Sheep drops in 2 fucking weeks. I think the 19th. Don't quote me on that, but I think the 19th. And we got a video dropping every week till we run out. So.
Yo, and if any of you guys are buying a large McQueen sweatshirt, I'm gonna come to your place and rob it and take it.
I should have brought it with me, but I got you merch.
I went on the site within like 2 minutes. The whole fucking bitch
I'll
was
pull
sold
up on
out.
you tomorrow. I found it. I got some extra.
I mean, a signature wouldn't hurt either. It's not going on eBay. It's going on. It's, you know.
Gotcha. And I gotta get your brother a book. All right. Well, I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you.
You already know. Huh? Much love.
All right, dude. Awesome.
Greenhatguy official, bitch.